This year's Oscar-nominated movies once again highlight the power of the so-called blacklist. Now, it is an annual catalog featuring scripts that Hollywood insiders love. But for various reasons, most of the movies do not get made.
Some do go into production, including recent hits like Arrival, Jackie, Manchester by the Sea, and Hell or High Water. Those 4 movies have 21 Oscar nominations among them this year. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host, that's Alex Wagner, who is a contributing editor for The Atlantic, writes in depth about the blacklist for the March issue of the magazine. Now, she discovered its power to launch careers and expedite projects. It's astounding, she says. Alex joins us now to discuss. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Gail. Dozens of movies are featured every year, some of them hits, some of them misses. But without the attention from the blacklist, it is possible many critically acclaimed films would never have been made.
Human.
A linguist deciphering alien words.
I'm human.
A first lady reeling from her husband's assassination.
We will have a procession, and I will walk to the cathedral with the casket.
A janitor who becomes his nephew's guardian.
You're a janitor in Quincy. What the hell do you care where you live?
And bank-robbing brothers fighting foreclosure.
You got a gun on you, old man?
You're damn right I got a gun on me.
Not exactly formulas for big-budget Hollywood blockbusters.
That's incredible.
And that's probably what landed them on the blacklist.
We don't make a movie happen. We can, shine a very bright spotlight on really good work.
In 2005, film executive Franklin Leonard asked his industry contacts to point out their favorite scripts that hadn't yet been made into movies. More than a decade later, his blacklist is mandatory reading in Tinseltown.
Well, this one's got an MA in English. She should be your screenwriter.
4 of the last 8 Oscar Best Picture winners have been blacklist picks.
We'll take it to Ben when I say it's time. It's time, Robbie!
And 10 have won Best Original or Best Adapted Screenplay.
I'm so sorry.
You're not God, Alan. You don't get to decide who lives and who dies.
Yes, we do.
I joked about it being an eHarmony for people who write movies and television and people who make movies and television. And I realized that it was less a joke and more truth.
Wow, Alex joins us at the table
Good
now.
to be here,
A lot of
guys.
people are saying, thank you, Franklin Leonard, because when you think blacklist, you think negative, and that's the thing he wanted to flip upside down.
He inverted sort of what we think of as the blacklist being a bad thing. And in Franklin's words, blackness is often sort of connoted, their negative surroundings with that word, and he's trying to change all of that in the big picture and the small picture.
But when you look at these hit movies, you think, why wouldn't somebody want to make those?
Right. I mean, you read the list, and it's a murderer's row of some of your favorite Oscar-winning films. The answer lies in part with the fact that Hollywood just isn't making small, medium-sized, character-driven dramas, which is the fodder of the Academy Awards. But the blacklist draws attention to some of these great scripts and accelerates the process by which they get made, a lot of times by independent financiers. The Imitation Game, which we played a clip of, that script was returned after it was bought by a big studio. They said, it's too small for us. But because it had been on the blacklist, the screenwriter, Graham Moore, credits the blacklist with getting that movie ultimately made.
And some probably getting made by Netflix and other places because there are new avenues for finance.
There is a whole new world of financiers, but when it comes down to the studio system that once made some of our favorite movies, it's really, I won't say disintegrated, it's really changed. Because of DVD sales and the decline in revenue that the industry is facing, they've really doubled down on big tentpole franchises, like, for example, The Fast and the Furious. So beautiful movies that we love, like we see at the Academy Awards, it's harder and harder to make
And it's made possible for people like Amazon, newcomers, to make films that are getting attention.
Yeah, and independent financiers like Megan Ellison and Teddy Schwartzman, they have these great companies that are making great films. But be not mistaken, Charlie. Every one of these movies that you see at the Academy Award inevitably has a story of tenacity and perseverance and luck that is behind it. That's how they got made.
So how many current movies are on the blacklist, and could any of us see that list? Does it exist?
So the blacklist, once it's out, it comes out, it's posted online at the blacklist, and you can go back through the years and see, oh, Argo was on the blacklist several years ago.
I mean, what's on right now?
Yes, you can get the scripts. Those are in circulation in Hollywood. What's great about the blacklist, it's great for actual movies that have been made, but it's really good for writers. It draws attention to some of the best writing.
What good writing is all about for the movie.
And good movies are all
He said he was hoping to open the doors for more women and more minorities.
Yeah,
Has that happened? Has it become more diverse?
So, Gail, you and I talked about this. There's a much more diverse crop of Oscar nominees this year, and that's a good thing, right? But when
three of the actresses in the Best Actress category are black.
And that is a change
out of
from
5.
last year. Oscar is not so white this year, right? But when it comes down to diversity, when it comes down to roles for more women and more minorities, you've got to have systemic change in Hollywood. And that includes democratizing the way in which people read and process scripts, but also getting more writers of color, having more women writers. And the way you do that is about, it's more than Hollywood. It's creative writing programs at community colleges. It's mentorships. It's internships. It's changing that system, and we are not there yet.
And how about having more people from diverse backgrounds making these decisions?
Exactly. The industry decisions are overwhelmingly made by white men. And, you know, there are stories in the piece about The Hunger Games or The Butler. People thought, oh, people don't want to watch a movie with a female teenage protagonist. People won't watch a Black American history movie. Absolutely wrong. Those movies almost didn't get made, though.
Yeah. Great story.
It's totally fascinating, especially in Oscar season.
Yeah.
It's a good read. It's my first piece for The Atlantic. I'm very proud of it. But thank you guys for taking the time to talk about it.
It's very well done, Alex Wagner. Very well done.
And let us mention that Alex's article in The Atlantic magazine is online now.